Hey everybody, this is FTL and we are back with more Faster Than Lights. Yay! Where we are going to continue with Train in Vain, which is a ship that is doing very well except for the fact that it is almost dying. But fortunately, fortune has smiled upon us. We're in Sector 6 and the very first spot that we hit is a store. So while we're low on fuel and while we're low on plenty of things, I do have some scrap available that will let me actually... Oh shit! Alright, so I have a lot of good things available to me now, and in fact, this is going to change what I want to do slightly here. I could get a glaive beam and have some fun with what I got, because I could actually run with the glaive beam instead of the hull. Or I have, how many laser shots right now? 2, 4, 5. And I could just glaive beam on top of that and kill everything. Unfortunately, that may not be sustainable for us here. Now, I could get the anti-ship drone as well, and that'll make things really cake. But I kind of want to have the 2 defense drones, if only because I do have a drone recovery arm. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the boarding drone. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the healing blast. Because I don't have a ton of money to spend. You're going to see in a second that my money's actually a little tight, because I do need to get better shields. But the burst laser 2 is a little too much to pass up here. So we're going to buy that first. We are going to... How much can we repair here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And let's buy up all the fuel we can, and look at that. We just blew all of our money. Yay! Alright, so... And actually, we need to use our next 50... Well, we need to use our scrap for a lot of things. But instead of the hull laser here, however good it is, I could actually run with a bunch of laser shots, including the heavy laser here. For just how much more weapon power, I really only am going to need 2 more. So this could be a 5 or 6 power weapon ship that's just going to blow the crap out of things. So burst laser 2 is... probably better than the hull laser for our purposes right now, although the hull laser is really good for damaging ships. But you're going to see that that some of these lasers, these 3 lasers here, time up very well with each other, but that extra laser shot's going to be really helpful. Plus we have our artillery beam to deal with. So now that we have successfully recovered, let's just go ahead and jump on and see what we can do in the pirate sector. Because we're not boarding things, but I do want to have defense drone... Oh, well, we're apparently getting boarded. Right in the cockpit, even. And my doors are actually still damaged. I actually forgot about that fact. Wow, that's what happens between episodes, apparently. Alright, well, we'll make this pretty simple, then. We're just going to flush you all out. And... can I get my slug to actually repair the doors here? Be a brave little slug. Alright, rock guy, get back here. Because we want these doors all open as best we can. Maybe I can flush them out. My drone controls are going to go. Is it going to go? No, it's going to live. So we need to flush all of you out of here. Which means we need to have all of these doors open. Now they're going to go for my door control next. Maybe. No, they're going to dodge it. Alright, so my doors are actually about to be repaired. So it's possible that I could have the chance to trap them just in time. I don't know. I don't want them to make it to the rest of my ship. So there we go. They're now all trapped in there in the med bay with my guys, except for someone who's going to make it in with my 2 Zoltans. So we'll see how that works out. In fact, I could probably just run these guys back through in a moment, because I really don't want them getting hit. So there we go, our little slug in the back there's like, you need to remember to repair your shit next time. So let's see, who's our weapon guy? Adrian's our weapon guy. That's right, because our initial pilot bit the dust in a random event. So there we go. What a way to start off the episode, with things that I forget to repair and other happy little treasures. Not treasures, I don't even know why I'm calling it that. Yeah, we do have plenty of system power right now. I will eventually want to run with 2 simultaneous drones. I want extra shields. I have plenty of time to do that as long as I don't run into more boarding events like this. Because as fun as they are to run around and say, oh my god, how did I manage my doors, we also get no scrap from them. So there we go. Do we want to trade 3 missiles for 2 drone parts? Not really. I don't need either, though. So come on, let's get some scrap. Let's see here. Before you have time to contact them, they fade into way. Attempt to follow them, and they're thrilled to be with friendlies, and we get another NG crew member. That's pretty cool. We have kind of all the people that we need right now. I'm going to put the NG in here. I actually could go, if Frederick wasn't already max engines, I could go with Frederick and Steve for my boarding crew, but as is, we're just going to go ahead and drop you in the med bay, because we're going to flush everybody in there anyway. So now that we've played through the nebula, and notice our fuel situation again is not very pleasant. Let's see if we can actually take on somebody. So there we go, lots of weapons. I have no cloaking. I just have artillery beam and a lot of stuff that's going to be firing on me. They actually have 4 shields as well. So this is not going to be very happy in a moment. Just staggering my shots like last time. And I did manage to do some weapon damage. Yep. There we go. That's what you want to do. You want to put their systems on fire. Unfortunately, their ion shots are missing me, so we're going to just try and take that stuff out again. There we go. Shield's on fire, too. Yeah, that heavy laser's been really good for me this game just to mix in. And the artillery beam is doing its thing too, so they're trying to run away, and that's not going to happen. And that surrender sucks. That was a waste of heavy laser shot, so should be able to take them out here in just a moment. Boom, 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 boom. It's so nice to have all those lasers just firing all at once. And see, we got more fuel out of that than we would otherwise. So we're almost at the point where we can use the whole laser instead of the heavy laser, which will be useful for fights like that. But let's see here. We're going to probably need to tuck our way down there. Let's go up first. Like I said, we're trying to go for high encounters here, try and get as much scrap as we can. Warning lights flash, a hostile beam aboard the... Oh my god, why do... Okay, first off, that is a ton of boarders. That's way more boarders than there ever should be on a spaceship. And secondly, that's one really annoying thing about the events that happen on this stuff. Excuse me, I don't know why I just called it stuff. But that happen in the pirate sector because they're not getting me any scrap. So we're going to have to see what we can do here. To see what we can manage, and just have to wait this out for a moment. Please don't kill my engines. Would help if I was actually venting air. There we go. So all of you all are gonna die. So 1, 2, how many more are we gonna get suffocating? And I just let those guys walk through, so... Gonna have some engine repairs in a moment. May actually have somebody try and go in that way, so yeah. Nice thing about the Nisos is that there is a lot of choke points. So we'll just get you all repairing. Frederick is hopefully going to be the one on the helm. He is good. So just quick repairs, quick engine upgrades, and maybe we'll get a fight that actually will give us some scrap. Any day now. Or we can go into an asteroid belt and probably fight something with a lot of missiles. That works too. Okay, that's a laser boat with a bunch of missiles. So I know what we're firing on first. We're prioritizing the weapon systems above all else right now. Now unfortunately, I'm going to be a bit distracted from firing on their missiles that might be coming towards me with... Oh shit, they're going to get the whole burst laser 3 shot off, aren't they? I was not hoping for that. But as far as burst laser shots could have gone, that could have gone way worse. But why is that system not offline yet? Surely I've done enough system damage. No, apparently this is like the bossest dodging ship ever. What the what? I don't understand. Okay, so I'm taking some hull damage here, but the artillery beam is saving the day. There we go. 6 fuel! I will take that because I desperately need the fuel. So we're not going to be able to improve here. Let's go visit the distress beacon. Nothing could possibly go wrong here. Probably a trap. No, there we go. Help, our shields are down. I don't know how much longer we can last. Use a defense shell to protect their ship while they repair. And your drone succeeds in keeping them from breaking apart. However, you take some damage while attempting to leave the asteroid field. That's... what? Okay, well, we get a heavy ion. And we lose a drone, even though we have a drone recovery arm. So that's sellable. That wasn't quite worth it. But we do have a bunch of scrap, so... I kind of want to upgrade the artillery beam, too. And 3 shields is okay. I need to get my weapon capabilities up first, so... we'll do it like this. Because at least that way... we'll be able to fire some extra stuff here, and we're going to have even more artillery shots pretty quickly. So of course we drop all that before store. Let's see what we can get before the store. I wish I could sell some of these missiles. I'm not paying... oh my god, they only have 2 shields. This is like total opposite of what I had to fight last time. Alright, so you're going to go in there. You're going to die by the time you get through anywhere. So burst laser, dual laser. Okay, so I didn't do a ton of damage to him. Yeah, you're just gonna die here in a moment. Once again, staggering my shots. They're trying to run away. That's not really gonna work too well, but better than I'd like. There we go. Artillery beam comes by. I'm not gonna accept surrender. Can't stop the artillery beam now, buddy. So there we go. Now with 3 power, the artillery beam's making a difference, and I didn't get fuel, but I think I'll be alright. So let's see here. We do want some more drone power as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Even though, once again, I know there's a store right there. But actually, you know what? I may skip on that store because I don't want to run into the rebel fleet very much. So it's your auto drone with 2 beam drones. So our first priority is, in fact, to take out the their bursty weapon capabilities here. And I could use some more system power for this. I'm gonna get 1 defense drone here just because I don't want... just because I can more than anything. Because right now they're trying to tickle me with their beams. So there we go. Took down their most serious threat. Now as long as they can't bomb... as long as they don't hit me with a bomb, we're gonna be okay. But once again, all this dodging. All this dodging. I think I took out their missile. Or we're gonna find out in a minute if I took out their bomb or not. It's an ion bomb! And I actually deactivated their weapons where the artillery beam did just before it could go off, so that was very lucky on my end. I will take that. And we get another distress beacon. We should have 1, 2... we can go 1, 2 jumps. I don't think we'll have time for that distress beacon. We may be able to go down there. I'm terrible at timing these, so that's 1 jump that'll be there. 1 jump, it should be there. Let's hit the distress. This could end poorly for me, but let's see here. So we have a big missile launcher, so I know what we're going to do about that. We can't cloak anyway, so we're just going to burst and hull laser as much as we can. Once again, this ship is merciful in that it only has 2 shields. I guess I should be staggering my shots a little closer together. Yeah, I don't think this ship can hurt me as long as I have their missiles pinned down. Yeah, there we go. So not too bad at all. I don't need that type of surrender. Look at the pandemonium on the ship. Bye-bye. Use the hull laser to clean up shop. So there we go, 40 scrap. And I actually do have enough here to, well, almost enough. I want to wait 1 more fight if I can get the heavy laser. It probably would be more prudent of me to see if I am going to be caught by the rebel fleet, and it does look like I will, because like I said, I'm terrible at judging distances. So -2 fuel for 5 missiles, that was a waste. And if we're going to hit the rebel fleet anyway, we might as well explore this beacon. And it's going to give us something good. A Hermes missile, because holy crap, a weapon is just floating in space. So now we do want to go to a store, and we get some extra scrap as well. So what do we want? We want power and power. We'll do that for now. That gives us that system back. And we can tweak it as needed. In fact, I can get one more system power and be able to max my engines for now and have a defense drone up. Or conceivably have 2 defense drones up because it did up my drone power. But now everything's been overtaken. Next priority is level 4 shields and more engines. So see, this is why we want 2 defense drones. Rebel fleets. Activate. So we're going to lower our dodging capabilities significantly. And we want to see if we can do this with just what we got here. So we're going to have a bunch of laser fire momentarily. I'm going to stagger my shots again. And apparently that's not going to work too well. I don't know how I managed to miss all of those shots. But as long as I can shoot down their missile in time. There we go. Oh my god. I had 2 defense drones and they still failed. 2 defense drones. 2. I had 2 of them. And now my weapon system's on fire. That is what we called... That's what we call just getting the hell out of here. At this point. This is what I've complained about before. Why do I even have defense drones available if they're just going to do that to me? And I almost got missiled again. And I know part of it's just because the Nisos has such a wide profile. And it looks like actually my artillery beam's done some damage to them too because they're panicking about oxygen. So I almost wonder if I can actually kill this guy just for some sweet, sweet revenge. If my drones can do their job, that is. Which is always an interesting question to ask. So let's see here. Dual lasers, heavy lasers almost online. Okay, so they got all their missiles up online now. This could be a huge mistake. But fuck it, let's go for it. There we go, one of the missiles down. That almost hit. So artillery beam, do it. There we go. So 2 defense drones can't save me, but we're still exiting to, oh my god, the Slug Home Nebula or NG controlled sector. Slug Home Nebula is going to give us more fights, but it's going to be way more dangerous. NG controlled sector is going to give us way less fights and be a smoother ride. I do want to win with the Nisos, but let's go to the Slug Home Nebula. Why not? We're in this to have fun and challenge and all that. And once again, there's a store right there, so we are going to be visiting that after we hit a few jumps. Because I do want some repairs. And now we have no oxygen because I didn't upgrade my oxygen. And they can cloak. So how are we going to do this? We're going to try and fry them ASAP. Fortunately, they can't board us, but I really should take out their cloaking as part of this first volley. Because right now, they can actually hurt me pretty badly. There we go, cloaking down. It's one of the things I learned real quick about fighting the ship is that if you can eat it just by constantly letting them cloak. Ugh. That time it sucked. So let's see here. They did repair their cloaking. My oxygen is dropping significantly. So, but my artillery beam is kind of being the MVP this run. I'll try and take down their shields a little bit too. So they're going to repower their weapons, and I don't know why things are suddenly firing from my ship that I didn't ask to fire. Let's see if I can actually take down their shields here. There we go, just take down the whole damn thing. Low O2, we're going to go ahead and let that power back up, and since we're in the Slug Nebula here, let's just go ahead and up that to level 2. Just so we can have it, just so we can recover faster, and so that we can still keep some of it online. Probably should do the same with the med bay, but... And I know that does cut into what I could do in the store just a little bit, especially if there's no event here, but beats the alternative. So, attack the ship. We're getting boarded. Poor little Ingy. Well, we'll see what happens here. Because unfortunately these guys are probably going to start going straight for the med bay momentarily, and for some reason you're standing there. Not the med bay, but the cockpit. So it's here. Their weapons are charging stupidly fast. There we go. Cut off something. Run, oh captain, my captain, over to this part of the ship. See if we can take this out. There we go. Let's close that door back up. Now you're trapped. Okay, so that works. Please don't take out my artillery beam. That wouldn't be very nice of you at all. So they're just going to keep running. Okay. So I think we can safely put my pilot back in there in a moment. Not that these guys are going to be able to do anything to me. Artillery beam, there we go. Not going to accept that surrender at this stage. And heavy laser, there we go. Just everything dies. So, not a lot of fuel, but I do manage to get everything else that I always wanted. Unfortunately, with lower sensors, I can't necessarily tell when there's air back in the ship, so we'll send the danger NG first to sniff it out. There we go, so 74 scrap. What do I need to do next? I need to get a little more system power. I'll want level 3 doors. I guess the first thing to do is go to the store before I even do any of those upgrades. So let's see here. They want business. Crew teleporter. That's not an awful choice. I don't really have a lot in the way of boarding crews, but that is very useful for the final boss. I don't need the Hermes. I don't need the heavy ion. So that's a good place to start. I don't need a defense drone, and I don't need a hull repair drone. So this would only be for the last stand, and this would only be for a few select portions of the fight. Or I could probably just laser down the whole thing. But it's better just to stay direct on it. Let me go ahead and look at how many jumps I have, because we're in the Slug Home Nebula. 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably do need to buy some fuel, so let's go to the store. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. We can't cloak, so I'm going to... Oh my god, that's 4 scrap per repair. That's rough. Alright, well, let's buy 5 fuel. That's probably more than enough there. So now my next focus, now that I have a transporter here, which I could use at my leisure to board whatever I wanted to, we're just going to try and go in guns blazing and see if we can upgrade our shields, upgrade our engine, and upgrade at life. So weapons up, here we go. Where are you boarding? As always, into one of the back rooms. So you guys are going to die. Maybe I should get level 3 doors at this rate. So we don't need drones right now. They may actually be able to hurt my door control here. Nope, they're going to run. So I don't know why I'm just staring at the screen all of a sudden, because we need to do this. There we go, just take a few of their weapons out. Oh man, they're just running back and forth. That's very funny AI. So they're going to go to the med bay here and maybe die. There we go, so one hull laser. I did fire that off just a little late. And the artillery beam derps it up. So let's see if we can take you out. Maybe, maybe not. They have 1 life left. Overall, you are not terribly threatening. There we go. Not so bad. 55 scrap. That's what I'm talking about for the end of this. And there's another store. I really can't think of anything that store is going to give me that I want. and I'd rather just get scrap at this point. So I'll keep it there in case we get something worth selling. Maybe the only thing would be fuel. But for now it has, let's see here. That's another ship and it's cloaking, and we are going to need one defense drone. They're not taking out any of my systems. I hope that's not the ion weapon I think it is, but I think it is. So they're immediately going for the shields. Yeah, so we've got to take down their weapons in a hurry. There we go. Not great, not ideal, but not a lot I can do to stop it other than hope I can dodge and be glad that I misclicked on firing there for a moment. So let's take it all out. Okay, I can handle just having to deal with the burst laser. There we go, artillery beam. Do your thing. So now they're trying to take out my other systems. There we go. Oh, keep your stores. Let's hear. I will not accept surrender. Y'all are just, you're slugs. You're bad things in the universe. Actually, that's funny. They're targeting my weapons. Shields for a moment kept them from actually doing damage to me, so that's pretty funny. So yeah, you die. You explode. I get some scrap, some fuel. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and upgrade here. I'm not going to go for... Maybe I could go for the final level artillery beam if I have a chance. Be a good way to spike the football. I've never actually had max level artillery beam before, or maybe I did once when I was trying to do that kind of tankiness. So it's here. Rebel rigger, or rebel ship in the nebula. Chase them, and you put them on 6 o'clock, weapons hot. Yeah, buddy, I guess. So I'm not going to try and board these guys. I don't have sufficient boarding crew experience for it. We're just going to go straight up to try and kill your ship. Which actually their loadout isn't very scary to me. This is a bit more of a tanky ship, and now I've taken out their halberd beam, I can just focus on other systems. There we go. Did a little bit of damage, took him down to 3 shields. And the artillery beam's going to do some good cleanup too, so... Well, no, it could be worth it to max my artillery beam. Usually I really want shields at this point, though. But yeah, now all their weapons are gone. Once again, I probably didn't need to do that. But I did anyway. Bye-bye. So it's here, 3 fuel and 58 scrap. I am a few scrap short of max shields. There's another store that once again doesn't have anything for me. I don't need to sell, so we're just going to move forward and see how much scrap we can farm in this sector. Okay, so this is going to be maybe ouchie, maybe burny. I don't know if they can actually break through all of my shields, because I don't know if these will sync up properly. So I'm just going to try and focus on some hull damage. I actually didn't deactivate any of their weapon systems either, which is a little bizarre. But at least they didn't set me on fire. And I punctured their hull in the middle of the ship, so that's useful. So if they only have beams, they can't really hurt me, and I actually took out their pike beam. There we go. Cleaned you up in a hurry. Slug light cruiser means nothing, and I get a burst laser Mark III as well. So remember what I said about not really needing stores? Now I can use that store, because the burst laser Mark III is really nice. Don't get me wrong, it just takes a really long time to charge. I could buy another crew member, but at this rate it's probably better investing in my ship. So burst laser 3, that's like 55 extra scrap. I don't need fuel, I don't need repairs. So let's go to our ship here. So we're going to max this, we're going to get 2 there. And I want to get one more engine upgrade, even though I don't know if I particularly need it. I do want to do the artillery beam though, so we'll save up for that next. Cool! I think we're going to do it with the Nisos. I mean, it's not over till it's over. But I'm feeling pretty good about this run. We started off not too great this time over, but at least at the start. But look at how much space and time we have left. The slugs, they'll probably have something up their sleeve. Like, here we go, they got a ship with big armaments. Well, you know what they say about people with big armaments. I'm gonna shoot them down. I'll tell you what, my ship looks like one big armament, LOLOL. There was a joke in there somewhere. There's a joke that has to do with the shape of the ship. I'm sorry. Oh my god, so this is another Dodge Master flex. But the only thing of theirs that can hurt me is their missile. They cannot break my shields. So as long as I don't get missiled, and apparently 2 defense drones may not be enough to stop whatever's coming. There we go. So took out one of their dual lasers. Not really what I want to do. One of their heavy laser Mark IIs, excuse me. So artillery beam, ho! Please, please, please hit it. Thank you. Can we take out the rest of your system? Yes, because your cockpit's damaged and you can't charge. So, yeah, I think upping the artillery beam one more time after this fight's going to be worth it, assuming I get the scrap. So there's really no place for the hull beam there. We're not going to accept surrender. You all can just suck it. And they currently have someone in the cockpit, so not for long. Bye-bye. So many laser shots and the artillery beam afterwards. So there we go. More there. We have plenty of time before the fleet catches us. I should be able to hit those 3 jumps. This episode's running a little longer than normal, but I don't mind. I hope you don't mind. So let's see here. 1, 2. Yeah, I should be able to make that. Or we're going to have more adventures in not being able to calculate the Rebel fleet's pursuit. Oh, great. Zoltan ship. With a lot of drones, with a lot of lasers. And I gotta knock their stuff down before my artillery beam fires. I think I can do it. So yeah, I took down their Zoltan shield pretty handily. As long as their laser fire doesn't sync up, I should be okay. And my Zoltan shield did its, or my artillery beam did its job. Okay, that would be a good fuel, or good surrender if I needed fuel, but I don't. So while they managed to take out my cockpit, which sucks a little bit, I'm gonna be alright. So there we go, you all just got destroyed. Plain and simple. So 3 fuel, 2 missiles, 46 scrap. And we are going to be able to outrun the Rebel fleet here, so that's pretty nice. I may be able to jump down there, but there's no guarantee I can go up there, blah blah blah. Disclaimer about not having the setting on, you've heard it before. So let's see here. Teleporter lock on the life signs. We get a new crew member, another human. Yay. We'll put the human over here. Don't really need more crew at this point. My crew is pretty full-fledged, but you know what? Actually, human, you're going to be the other part of my boarding party. Yeah, that works. So actually, you need repairs. Excuse me. Well, I guess you could say NGs need repairs, because they're not exactly biological and they're not exactly mechanical. They sort of straddle that line. If you see the way they die, the way they just kind of disintegrate. So yeah, I have definitely had enough time to get to the exit here, but I think I got more than enough jumps in this sector to make it worth my time. So here we go. Next long range sector and trade 6 fuel for 4 missiles. Why not? I have 55 missiles, I don't really need it. So I was hoping for another fight, but instead we're just going to the last stand. Which is okay. We're going to go ahead and upgrade our ship just a little bit. I want max doors, because that's good in case I fight boarding parties in the last stand, but otherwise I'm going to just go ahead and jump to here. We survived the Slug Nebula. Pretty cool. So get through the little story sequence of who are you? Hey, we've beaten this game enough times to know. Here's a repair and 10 fuel. And we will pick up this game next time in the last stand and see if we can check off another box of ships we have yet to beat the game with. This is Way to Fail with Faster Than Light. I will see you all next time.